Hey guys, Marissa at kitchentablestamper.com. Today I want to run you through a gorgeous little thank you card here. This card features the brand new Share What You Love suite of products from Stampin' Up. During the month of May, you can order them in pre-order bundles, and the products will be available for a la carte order June 1st. So in May, you can get the Just Getting Started bundle, which is $57 and includes the Love What You Do stamp set that we'll be using on this card. Let me show you that. This is a Love What You Do stamp set. It also includes Very Vanilla cardstock, Grapefruit Grove classic stampin' pad, Old Olive classic stampin' pad, and an E-block, which works with every image in this set. When you order the Just Getting Started bundle, you're going to get Very Vanilla note cards and envelopes for free as your gift, only in May, and you've only got a couple of days. Then there's the Little More Please bundle. Little More Please bundle includes everything that the Just Getting Started bundle includes, except for Old Olive classic ink and the block. There's have assumed that with a Little More bundle, you might have some of those items yourself. So you get the Love What You Do stamp set, but you'll also get the Make a Difference stamp set. The Make a Difference stamp set is this gorgeous script alphabet with tons of fun little back of the card greetings, handcrafted just for you, hashtag send a card, created by, from the desk of, hand stamped by. So lots of fun back of the card greetings and a customizable alphabet that really can stretch the greetings from the Love What You Do stamp set. You'll also get vanilla cardstock, pearlized doilies. We're going to use those on this card. You see that gorgeous pearl finish on the doily? I think it's catching the sunlight there. Share What You Love cardstock pack, Grapefruit Grove ink, rich raspberry velvet ribbon, which is like butter, and the Share What You Love artisan pearls. Free gift with the Little More Please bundle is Very Vanilla envelopes, and the Share What You Love embellishment kit. Tons of beautiful embellishments in that kit. Gotta Have It All bundle is your third option, only in May. And the Gotta Have It All bundle includes everything that the A Little More Please bundle included, but in addition, you're gonna get the Share What You Love designer series paper. It's this pearlized finished specialty paper that we're using on this card, and the lovely floral dynamic textured impressions. You see that embossing folder that we use here on this note card? That's from the Gotta Have It All bundle. And then you get 3 free gifts. You get the Statement of My Heart stamp set, Very Vanilla envelopes, and Share What You Love embellishment kit. All great bundles that are still available to pre-order in May. If you haven't placed an order with Kitchen Table Stamper in the last couple of months, grab one of these bundles and I'll send you the new 2018-2019 catalog. Customers get complimentary copies of the new catalog. In Color Collection ink pad bundle is also available right now and at a 10% discount. And you can get all 5 of the new In Color ink pads at a 10% discount, and that is $33.75 for the 5 In Color pads. So that's the preview. All of this will be available a la carte for individual items starting June 1st. But if you want those free gifts, you've got a couple of days here to jump on the offer. So let's start with our project here. It's a simple one, very cute. Stampin' Up! Supplies that you need to make these cards. Love What You Do stamp set. Ink pads are Whisper White Craft ink and basic black. You can also use your Memento Tuxedo black here. I've got my tailored tag punch. I love that punch. Let's see here, brand new product. This is the Nature's Twine. This will be available June 1st. It's a package of 4 different color rustic twines. They're nice and thick with a beautiful texture. We're gonna need about 8 inches of that for a bow. If you've got good dexterity, you could probably do 6 inches. I'm going with this crumb cake color, but there's also, let's see here, Mint Macaron, Grapefruit Grove, and Blackberry Bliss are the colors in this that all come in one package. June 1st, look out for that. This is the lovely floral dynamic textured impressions embossing folder. We're gonna use that. The consumable materials for this project, pretty simple, but I'll make a project sheet for you with the measurements. This is Petal Pink cardstock. It's a new color. It's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then we've got some scraps of this designer series paper. So this is a 1/2 inch by I believe 4, and then this is 3/4 inch by I believe 4.5. I'll double check the measurements and put them on the project sheet. So we're using both sides of the same designer series paper. And then I've got 1/2 of a pearlized doily. Ooh, did you see that? It did catch the pearl eyes when I brought it into the camera view. And I've got a piece of very vanilla cardstock here. This is just a scrap for cutting out the tailored tag. So about 2 inches. Let's see. That's, I don't know, I'd say that about 2.5 by 4.25 will give you enough room to get into that punch. Just a scrap. All right, I'm gonna grab my Stampin' Paris mat and my basic black ink, and we'll do some stamping and give it our greeting a little bit of time to dry while we do on some of the other parts of this project. So I've got basic black, my thank you greeting, my very vanilla cardstock, and you want to stamp the greeting about 1 inch from the bottom. And then we're going to allow that to dry for a minute while we get the big shot and do some embossing. So let's set that aside, and I'll grab my big shot. All right, so we need to set up the big shot so that we can emboss with a dynamic folder. So that means we're going to have to get our cutting pad, the bottom one, and the thin die adapter out. And we're going to go ahead and load the front of the card into our embossing folder here. You want to keep in mind that you want the flower to run off the side just a little bit here, so it looks kind of organic. Get that set up where you like it. Square up your folder to your platform so that you don't scrape the edge, and run it through. All right, that's all we need the big shot for today, so let's get that out of here. I'm going to show you a fun inking technique to really make that design shine. Okay, so here's our petal pink embossed card, and I've got a craft white Stampin' Pad. What you want to do with your craft white Stampin' Pad is hold your embossed card base so that it is parallel with your work surface, and hold your ink pad so that it is parallel with the card. Then you're going to do some gentle swiping across the front of the card, making contact between the ink pad and the raised surface of that embossed image. You can always add more. You'll see as we're going, I'm going to just keep swiping and adding more. You want to use a very light touch for this, and you also want to make sure that you keep your ink pad very level. If you tip it down or up, you'll end up embossing, or you'll end up swiping ink on the unembossed areas of the card. You want to really take your time doing this and keep layering that effect. I've got some areas here that aren't as deeply impressed, and they're kind of in the center of the card, so I'm going to get my fingers underneath them on the inside of the card and kind of gently press them up into the ink pad. So we're getting this kind of shabby chic whitewashed look. And when you're happy with the results, you can go in with your finger and just gently swirl and kind of buff that ink, and you're going to give it kind of a soft, I don't know, faded look. All right, I want just a little bit more ink right here in this area, so I'm going to go back with my ink pad, and even though I'm going for that little area, I'm still keeping my ink pad very level, parallel to the table. All right, I'm pretty excited with that. So do you see how that just made that image come to life? All right, let's get that greeting that we stamped earlier in the tailored tag punch. Now let's go ahead and punch it out. I want to make sure that the greeting does not run up or downhill and it's centered in the tag. Pop it out. Let's get our samples back in here. I had a little bit of ink on my work surface there. All right, I'm gonna grab some snail adhesive and my designer series papers. And we want to apply adhesive to the vine side of the wide piece and to the floral side of the narrow piece. Of course, you can decide and you can mix and match these papers however you choose. And then we want to grab our little doily and we're going to add some multi-purpose liquid glue, but very strategically. We don't want to make a mess here, so I'm just going to add a few dots on every third scallop. And then I'm going to add a little bit in some of these wider areas. So we've just got little dots. Now you want to place your doily first. You want it about 3/4 to 1/2 inch from the bottom. And it's going to tack down with that glue, but it's not so much that it's spreading out all over the place. Now we're going to run these 2 little decorative strips right over the top of the doily, and that's going to further secure our pearl doily. Okay, got that the way I want it. Now I'm going to flip over and just see if there's any excess hanging off the edge of our card here, and you could trim. There won't be much. They're sized about right. Yeah, so this one is 1 inch by 4, 3/4 by 4. I'm not sure. I'll measure it and let you know. And then this one is 1/2 by 3.5. All right, now back to our snail over here. We're going to put some snail adhesive on the back of our thank you greeting. And we're working on an inked embossed surface, so be generous with your adhesive. You won't be sorry. And you want to put that about 1 inch from the folded edge. That gives you some room to put your little bow so it won't hang off the edge. And now, got our little nature's twine. Let's tie a quick bow here. I love how this contrasts the rustic of the twine with the pearl doily and then the whitewash over the image. You get kind of a shabby chic, and I really like that. All right, so my bow's tied. Trimming the tails. I'm gonna get a glue dot, and I'm gonna use my paper piercer here and just fold my glue dot over. Now it's on the end of my paper piercer. Place the glue dot where I want the center of my bow, and then I'll just use the bow to trap the glue dot in there. That way the glue dot is completely concealed under the bow. No stinky messes. All right, so there's our thank you notes featuring the Share What You Love suite coming to the Stampin' Up! 2018-2019 catalog. If you need a copy of that 2018-2019 catalog, email me, Marisa, at kitchentablestamper.com. Remember, Kitchen Table Stamper customers get complimentary catalogs. So if you've placed an order from me in the last 6 months, totaling $50 or more, your catalog is on its way. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day.